XVONE, up for educational critical review and reaction, is Jordan Maxwell, on Two Realities.
Well, I heard a guy working for the government here in America, CIA or NSA agent, was talking. He was on the radio, and he said that I thought it was very important. He said, "I carry my job at the agency is I carry a laptop computer, which is filled with all of the hidden dates and mystical symbols and dates." And that's one of my jobs, is to correlate and connect dates and times with the ancient occult world. And he said, I've been doing that for years. That's one of the things I do for the CIA. I just thought that was very interesting, that there are people hired to do nothing but check all the ancient dates of the world, religious observances, all the symbols, and then make it available for the modern day military-industrial complex and governments to start their wars, to end their wars, all kinds of manipulation based on ancient significant dates and mystical symbols. So, yeah, there is something to this whole idea that these wars are started on certain days, they end on certain days. It's all part of a blood ritual that's been going on for thousands of years. It's really quite an extraordinary story when you start looking into the world of the occult. And the very word occult, I would caution, simply means hidden. Doesn't mean it's bad or evil or of the devils. Occult is a Latin word simply meaning hidden. And so much of what is actually going on, factual history, has been hidden. And that's one of the things, that's one of the reasons why the world is in so much confusion. Because there are two realities at work right now on the earth. There's the one you see and you understand, the one everyone lives by. That's one reality. But the actual reality of the world is far, far different. There's a whole hidden world of symbolism, words, and terms, and emblems, national coats of arms, harlotry, and flags, corporate logos. There's a whole underworld of darkness going on throughout the world, and it's basically the bottom line on government, religion, commerce. All use these occult symbols and manipulate times and dates. So that's what I've been interested in all my life. And I saw this thing about dawn of a new day, and the new day and the new dawn symbolism, as I said, back as far back as 1967. And I began researching and studying it. And I'm telling you, there is more to this story than meets the eye. And if you see my video called Dawn of a New Day, that doesn't even begin to scrape the surface of what I have. But I had to boil it all down so I could get it onto one little video. But I could do about an 8-hour lecture just on that symbol, with how Hollywood uses the exact same words and terms in movies and music, television shows, and business, corporations. It's everywhere. And if you understand the significance of the symbol of the sun rising between two mountains, and the term dawn of a new day or new dawn, if you understand the hidden symbolism as it is used by the occult world. Now, there is a magazine in Australia called New Dawn. I love that magazine.
That's great.
Love the people.
Yeah, that's right.
They are sensational. They're using the term in a generic way. And I know because I talk with them, and I know they're using it in a generic way, basically the way the ancient peoples originally understood the concept of New Dawn, meaning that the sun was the bringer of light. And the light that came into the world, well, we know that light is always associated with intellectual or spiritual enlightenment. So when you're ignorant, you are in the dark. But when you're enlightened, you are a holder of light, or your whole life emanates light. And so, in the correct, in a good way of using that, the New Dawn magazine is using it in that way. But there is an occult use of it by politicians and religious leaders, and especially the commercial systems of this world use that in its dark way, and the really occult and hidden symbolism. And this is what one of my latest videos is also a follow-up on that Dawn of a New Day video. I've got a new one out called Lucifer and the New Age, which touches on that same subject again about the dawn. It has to do with also Lucifer. It has to do with the New Age. It has to do with interesting connections to religion and commerce and government, and it's really, as far as I'm concerned, one of the most important subjects on the earth today. And I haven't even scraped the surface. And so the Bible is filled with all of these tales about they who would present themselves as worshipers of God and in point of fact be worshiping the dark side. And so that's why, I've been saying this for a long time. There's a biblical concept that the Bible has Jesus saying, by their fruits you will know them. The idea is that if you don't know what a seed is, you just have a seed, but you don't know what it is, the scriptural idea is to plant the seed and let it grow. And when it grows up, if it's an apple tree, well, then that tells you what the seed was. So wait and see what it will produce, and that will tell you what kind of a seed it was. Well, look at the world today, and especially in Europe and around the world. What is the fruitage of the seeds of Christianity today? Wars and bloodshed, corruption, drugs, gang wars. It's violence on the whole earth. By their fruits you shall know them. And that's why today I'm saying the Christians and Jews both are crying out and praying to God for protection of their family. And all the time the Christians and Jews are praying to God for protection, the world is going deeper and deeper into bloodshed, violence, and horror, and demonic possession, drugs. So something is wrong somewhere. They're not able to communicate with the divine spirit. I'll tell you what, it's going to be very, very controversial when people, because I know people have an idea around the world who Lucifer is and what they think about Lucifer, but I'm just telling you, according to the Bible and according to all the biblical reference works, Lucifer is not who you think it is. There's a very big difference between Lucifer and Satan. Satan is referred to in the Bible as the devil, and the very word devil is simply putting a D in front of the word evil. It becomes devil. So, and the word God comes from the same root word we get good. So you take an O out of good, it becomes God. So God is good and devil is evil. But when you understand there's a major difference between being devil or Satan and Lucifer. Lucifer is not the devil.
Yeah.
It means something else, and it's very, very interesting when you start really doing the research on Lucifer and what it means, where it came from. And then, of course, I've got the other video with it called Mazzaroth. And so many people in both Judaism and Christianity have no idea in the world about that subject of Mazzaroth. But it's in the Old Testament, and it is the basis. Mazzaroth is not only in the Old Testament, book of Job, but it's also the very basis for the New Testament. And so Christians, who are following the story of the New Testament do not know that they're actually following Mazzaroth. It's called Mazzaroth, Mazzaroth. And it's a very interesting story about what Mazzaroth, where it came from, what it means, how it's connected to Lucifer.